can totally call me a hypocrite after reading the title of this video, because I have totally done videos on closet essentials. But what I've come to realize is that unless you book like a virtual styling session with me, or unless I see your closet and understand your lifestyle really, really well, I am in no position to tell you or anyone else what is essential to them. But what I can do is share these universal pieces that I think can be such a great foundation for everyone's closet, and identify those elements of style that will allow you to personalize each of these pieces, so that hopefully it helps you understand what is an essential for you, rather than just going out and buying something on some random internet list. Before jumping in, a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Nordgreen. I love working with Nordgreen. They are a Danish watch brand that takes a really nice, slow and methodical approach to designing classic watches. I've been wearing my Nordgreen watches for the past 4 years, but my favorite is this Philosopher white face with the two-tone chain link strap. I've brought this one as well as another Nordgreen watch with me for my travels, because they really do elevate, you guessed it, my essentials. But they're my essentials for me. I've styled my 2 Nordgreen watches throughout this entire video, so you can see how I've styled them. And of course, I have a discount code for you. It will get you 18% off the first 5 days after this video, and then 15% off after that. As always, I do hope this aligns with your own values, or helps you sort of fill a gap in your closet when it comes time. I have really enjoyed working with Nordgreen. Their slow fashion values align with my own. They have really cool but classic designs. They use FSC certified packaging. They have a really cool refurbished watch program, which is always great to see. And they have a really great giving back program as well. So when you buy a watch, or when you give a gift of a watch to someone, you or they can choose which area of philanthropy you would like the proceeds of your watch to go to. So it's a very cool program, and Nordgreen has also launched a jewelry line as well. So I will leave all of that information for you in the description box below. So I've got 3 essentials lined up for you today, but if you have other suggestions or other essentials that you would like sort of converted or personalized, then let me know in the comments below. You can also find me on IG, and you can also find me at my next live Shop Your Closet event. It's on November 5th. We're going to be diving deeper into finding and using your 3 words, and we do it all from the basis of understanding elements of style. So the first essential, can you guess what it is? Probably the button-up shirt. That's right. How many times have I mentioned this closet essential? Probably too many. Here's how I think you can tweak it, because I think so many of us love the look of a classic shirt. I get so many comments around like, I love how it looks on you, or on this person, or on so-and-so, but I never feel like myself when I buy one, or I buy one and I never wear it because it's just not me. So here are the elements of style that I think you can tweak to get yourself all of the benefits and the versatility of a classic button-up without sacrificing your own personal style. I think there are 2 main elements that you can tweak to give a button-up shirt some personalization: texture or fabric, and silhouette. If we start with texture, then I think the easiest way to kind of personalize a button-up shirt is to change from the classic crisp poplin or cotton to something with a little bit more drape and romanticism to it. Something like silk, or you could get like a tencel blend, anything that has a little bit more of a softer property, a little bit like the blouse I'm wearing today. A blouse with buttons up and down the front, but that has a softer drape like the silk, or something a little bit just softer, will not only change the silhouette, but I'll get more into that in a second, but it will give you a more romantic vibe. I think the biggest thing with button-up shirts is that A, they don't have any give for women with a larger chest, or, you know, wide shoulders and a small waist. So if you're getting a fabric with more drape, a little bit softer movement, it will be easier to accommodate your different body types, and it will also just give the shirt a completely different look. I think the crispness and structure of a shirt is a very strong characteristic. So if that's not you, of of course a classic button-up isn't gonna work for you and you're not gonna wear it. Maybe it's just too stuffy and stiff for you. So change up the fabric and see what happens. Another really good example of this could be if, say, for example, you live in like a really cool and casual environment, but you want all of the versatility and everything else of a classic button-up, perhaps chambray or a like denim, like a classic button-up denim shirt is good for you. This is fantastic if you live like, I don't know, maybe like beachside in LA or something like that. This classic button-up will work really nicely if you want to like dress it up and tuck it into a pair of trousers, but it also just looks so cool, like worn open over a bikini and a pair of shorts. So changing up the texture can make all the difference. When you change the texture of the fabric, like I mentioned, you're also going to change the silhouette to something a little bit more drapey that has a lot more breathing room around the body. But another silhouette that you could look for is the boyfriend silhouette. So this is the same material, a cotton, but typically these boyfriend silhouettes, or even, you know, looking at the menswear section, this can give you more of an off the body kind of shirt. It's got a lot more room around the chest and shoulder area, and then you can always take it to a tailor and have darts added if you've got a smaller waistline and you want to keep it still a little bit defined. Or if you want to keep your waist really defined and you prefer figure flattering silhouettes, something that still maybe feels a little bit more romantic and sexy, then you can look for a shirt that is fitted and a little bit shorter so that it tucks into trousers and pants easily. That'll give you more of that sort of figure hugging, waist defining effect that maybe you're looking for. If you've got sort of a boxier fit or a looser fit of shirt and you want to achieve something more fitted, try giving it a wrap. I love doing this. It feels very feminine. It gives you that waist definition and you don't have to invest in another shirt or in a completely different fit if you're not sure that's what you're after. I often see blazers on these essentials lists, and while I love a good blazer myself, I think a blazer can be distilled into a jacket of any type. So like, who says that your blazer has to be a very classic single or double-breasted blazer? Why can't it be a moto or a varsity jacket? I think the biggest elements of style that you can focus on tweaking here are the texture, again, like that fabric, proportions, and silhouette. So the proportion is really going to depend on your body, how you like to dress it, how you like to divide it up, but the texture will change up the style vibe and really will play into your 3 words as well. So for example, maybe you're more like rock and roll and you want to go for a leather or faux leather kind of blazer, or maybe it's a moto jacket, as I mentioned. Or maybe you're more of like a nostalgic sort of vintage vibe and a bomber varsity jacket is more your thing. So depending on the texture, you might also play with the silhouette and proportion. The silhouettes, I think, can range from a nice short cropped jacket to a bomber, whether it's short or oversized, or like a typical moto. The silhouette can also be in the form of perhaps it's like an open cardigan instead, or like something that walks the line between a coat and a cardigan. It really is just about that third layer and what that looks like for you. And so we can't talk about silhouettes without talking about proportions, especially because now with blazers and jackets of any kind, we're seeing a lot of oversized proportions. So I think the first thing we need to ask ourselves are, is this oversized look something that I want to subscribe to? And I'm definitely not someone who believes in rules for dressing certain body types, but I do know that cropped blazers, cropped moto jackets, cropped top third layers of any sort are really great if you've got a longer torso, because it does provide a little bit more balance, especially when you're wearing them with like a high-waisted pant or trouser or whatever, because it elongates the legs. And inversely, if you are short-waisted, longer blazers that hit just a little bit below the hip are fantastic for balancing out that visual. Oversized blazers can be really good if you're someone who loves to layer, who likes to wear hoodies under their blazers, and they've got a really great like casual vibe. But for more corporate environments, then I tend to err on the side of more tailoring and very minimal details. But again, I think if you found like a really beautifully cut bomber in a nice silk fabric, you could wear that to the office if you wanted, with like a shirt underneath and a great pair of trousers. So cool. As dress codes become more casual, it's no surprise that we see denim on pretty much every essential list, including my own. However, I do think denim is a wonderful, universal closet piece piece that can look great on everyone, particularly because it comes in so many washes, so many different fabric blends now that can give a little bit of stretch if that's what you need, and also, of course, different silhouettes. I really think the power of denim is in the silhouette and the different washes and how you combine them to create a vibe that is unique to you. In general, the lighter the wash, the more casual the denim, and the darker the wash, the more polished and sophisticated it can look. I think if you're someone who doesn't love denim but loves the idea of it, the comfort, the durability and all that, but you know, you still want to feel on that polished and elegant side, going for a wide leg or a boot cut in a darker wash will have a very similar look and feel to a trouser, but you'll still get that versatility and that kind of undone, downplayed coolness that you would with a normal denim. If we're talking about silhouettes, I do think boot cuts, wide legs are really nice and elongating if they go all the way down to the floor. These are fantastic if you are long-waisted like me. So long-waisted again is when the distance between your shoulders and your waist is longer in comparison to the rest of your body. So this is really good, especially when paired with that crop. So it's kind of like that you're using the same principles of proportions. If you like a cropped denim and you are petite or you know you are long-waisted, then what I think is important is making sure that if you've got a crop on the bottom, keep the waistline high. That way you are still creating that nice elongating effect. Sometimes if you've got a crop and a low waist, you're showing a little bit of ankle, you're really dividing up the body into so many different parts at the bottom half of your body. So it's not as flattering as it could be. But again, it's all about harmony and balance for me personally. If you're short-waisted, a mid-rise works really well and you've already got a super long leg, so a cropped denim would look really fun. That is what I have for you today. I hope this video allows you to look at these closet essentials with a bit more of a curated eye so that if you do want to add these universal pieces to your closet, you can do so with more longevity in mind and you actually get some solid wear out of them because they've been tailored to your personal style. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you learned something new, hit subscribe if you haven't already. A big thank you again to Nordgreen for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget I have that discount code for you if you are looking for a new watch. And I've also got tickets to my next live Shop Your Closet studio. I'll leave that link down there as well. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful week, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Ciao!